Yongah Yongcheol. Hi everyone! Are you familiar with Yongcheol, a pioneer in modern poetry who played a revolutionary role in the development of lyric poetry in Korea? Yongcheol was born in 1904 in the dark days of the Japanese occupation as the son of the affluent family in Gwangju Gwangsan, which owned large farmland. Even at an early age, he showed his brilliance. He was considered a genius as he showed his aptitude in mathematics and studied philosophy. With the great expectations from his parents and a big dream, Park moved to Seoul to study. Park entered Beje School after going through Huimun School, but was expelled for his anti-Japanese activities. Distributing anti-Japanese flyers as a young student. We don't need a brat like you in our school. Get out! Yongcheol moved to Japan in 1921 to attend Tokyo Aoyama Gakuin to finish his studies. There, he met his lifelong friend Yongcheol Kim and opened his eyes to a new world. You are a lifesaver. I thought the world was made up of shapes and numbers, but you made me realize that it is full of poetry. Witnessing his people suffering from violence and oppression from the Japanese rule, Park returned to Korea and found the literary circle, Poetry Literature, in 1930 with Kim Yong-rang and Jung Ji-yong. Will Yongah's first poem be published in this first issue? I'm embarrassed to call it a poem. Yongcheol's famous poem, A Departing Boat, was published in the first issue of Poetry Literature. It depicts the conflict and pain of young people at the time who had no choice but to leave and wander around under the harsh reality of the Japanese colonial era.
Based on the dark reality of the Japanese colonial period, the poem expresses the feelings of a young man who seems to be drifting away.
How can someone express the deep darkness within one's heart with such simple words? This man has the talent to take the Korean literature to a next level. After Poetry Literature, literary magazines such as Literature Monthly and Literature were launched one after another. Kim Yong-rang, Jung Ji-yong, Shin Seok-jung, and Lee Ha-yoon, who participated in the publication of poetry along with Yongcheol, are classified as the Poetic Literature School. He compiled the works of his colleagues and published Jung Ji-yong Poetry Collection, Yong-rang Poetry Collection, and also showed talent in introducing translated poems, translating foreign works such as Ibsen's A Doll's House. After the publication of literature in 1934, Park grew weaker, and in May 1938, he passed away at the young age of 34 due to a chronic illness.
Since Yongcheol published Poetry Literature, his colleagues' works have been published at his own expense, but none of his own works have seen the light. After his passing, Park's wife and his colleagues published Yongcheol Complete Collection, the first and posthumous collection of his work.
The genius poet Yongcheol and his beautiful poetic spirit representing pure literature in the Korean literary world should be remembered and cherished.